up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of Sharp Shorts. It is good to have you guys in today. Actually streaming. I'm streaming everywhere. Streaming on SharpStream, streaming on both of my YouTube channels, streaming to Twitch, Facebook, you name it. I am streaming it. I'm streaming it, of course. You can always go to sharpstream.com. Download the mobile app absolutely free. Again, sharpstream.com. Download the mobile app absolutely free. You can watch all premium content for free live. You can watch it all for free live on SharpStream. All you got to do is download the mobile app. The only catch is, even though it is free, the only catch there is that you cannot watch the live. You can't watch the live replay. The live replay, you can either get on patreon.com/DonovanSharp or on sharpstream.com, whichever one works best for you. A couple of quick announcements here. Before we get started here. If you guys take a look at your screen, here, and I don't want to say it out loud, but I have been Danab Wodas spelled backwards. Danab Wodas spelled backwards. And the reason I can safely assume that this is what's happened is, look at the screen. If you look at your screen, on the top is my backup channel, my much smaller YouTube channel. 4,200, little over 4,200 subscribers. Well, the last 28 days on my backup channel, I've had a little over 5,100 views, 777 hours of watch time. Pretty good, right? Well, in those 28 days, I gained nearly 400 subscribers. Okay, not bad. I guess that's par for the course. But then if you look at the bottom at my larger YouTube channel, 110,601, that's actually, it's probably 110,597. So as you can see, the last 28 days, and again, I want to make this clear, I have put identical live content on both channels. Identical live content. I am streaming simultaneously to both channels. It's exactly the same thing. Same 28 days, same live videos, 285,000 views. 285,000 views. 285,000 views. 44,000 hours of watch time, yet somehow I've magically lost 274 subscribers. So riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this. How is it that one channel that has over 110,000 subscribers gets almost 300,000 views? How is it that that channel loses nearly 300 subscribers, but the much smaller channel with much fewer views, also, mind you, when I streamed on my backup channel, I'm not doing SEO, I'm not doing keywords tags, I'm just streaming. I don't even use thumbnails, or I hadn't even used thumbnails. How is it that 5,100 views, 4,200 subscribers, how is it that that channel gains nearly 400 subscribers, but then my main channel loses nearly 300 over the same time period? Well, that is clearly because I am being deltort, severely deltort, spelled backwards. Mike the Supreme has put it in the chat. Danab Wodas. I am also being severely deltort. That being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue streaming to both channels, but at some point, I think when my backup channel reaches somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to stop live streaming to this channel. And to be quite frank, I might actually even, well, I've actually thought about hiding this channel, but a lot of times I don't really have to hide it because it's gotten taken down now, what, 3 times? 3 times, right? So that's what happened. And Dev says in the chat, that's why independent platforms like SharpStream is so important. Absolutely. The problem, well, not the problem, the challenge with SharpStream, the challenge with having my own platform is that it does not have the reach that YouTube does. YouTube is the best and easiest way to grow very quickly. It's backed by Google. You get all the SEO. It's the number 2 search engine on the planet. And the object of content creation and trying to help people is you want to grow. So you can't have your content off in some obscure platform because no one's going to find it except for the people who already know about you, which is great. But then the platform can't grow. And if I'm being honest, I mean, I appreciate my longtime supporters, but at some point, you guys are going to have to, I guess, age out of my content. Like, I like it when guys unsubscribe, they unsubscribe from Patreon, and then maybe 6 or 7 months later, they'll ping, "Hey, Donovan, doing real good." That's the kind of stuff I like, right? At some point, you're not going to need me anymore. That's the idea, right? I don't want to have to keep giving you remedial training if you're not getting it. Now, most guys are big-time supporters, and I will be forever grateful. But the object at this point of the game, aside from helping men, which is the number 1 priority, the second biggest priority is to grow. And I cannot grow if I am being Danab Wodas, if I'm being Del Tort spelled backwards. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to stream a lot less frequently to my main channel and a lot more frequently to my backup channel. So if you guys would subscribe to my backup channel, and Devin's put it in the chat, subscribe to my backup channel, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. That will, obviously, you'll be supporting me. I've got a few thousand hours to go before I am actually monetized, and hopefully I can start to build from there. But it's clear at this point that this main channel, my big channel, is just not being allowed to grow. And guys, this has actually happened since about in March. I think March was the last good month. In March, I gained over 5,700 subscribers. Since March, April 1st until today, I probably lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 subscribers. There is absolutely, positively no reason for that to happen, especially given how hard I work, how frequently I upload, how frequently I live stream. Devin goes in, she optimizes everything, timestamps, SEO, keywords. There is no other explanation for me having lost nearly 300 subscribers in the last 28 days other than the fact that I am Danab Wodas. So, again, guys, I would greatly, greatly appreciate your help. I greatly, greatly appreciate your help. Please subscribe to my backup channel. Also, I'd also like to remind you, actually something Kevin said on his show yesterday, make sure you subscribe every 30 to 45 days. Make sure you subscribe every 30 to 45 days, right? Because a lot of times what YouTube does, rightfully so, if you take, let's just say you take 2 weeks off from watching a particular channel. Well, what'll happen is YouTube, they won't unsubscribe you quite yet, but if you take like a 2-3 week period off, what ends up happening is that YouTube stops sending you notifications when your favorite YouTubers go live, right? And if you don't get notifications, you end up not watching. After a couple of weeks of that, after a couple more weeks of that, YouTube unsubscribes you, right? So make sure you subscribe every 30 to 45 days to all of your favorite YouTubers. A lot of your favorite channels. Make sure you're subscribing every 30 to 45 days. Also, and this is very, very important, we always tell you guys to hit the bell. That's not all you should do. What you need to do is you need to, after you subscribe, make sure when you go over to the notifications, make sure it is on all. Make sure that you are making it all. This way, when I do go live, you will get my notifications no matter what. So again, every 4 to 6 weeks, make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure your notifications are set to all. Because again, it makes no sense that I have over 110,000 subscribers, but less than 1% of my subscribers are being notified. I think that is, I think that's a way of, I don't want to say the word, the C word, but, listen, Danab Wodas is a very, very slick way, of A very, very slick way of doing things, right? Danab, Wodas, and Del Tort, very slick way of doing things. They used to just deplatform us. Now they do it in a slicker way. So yeah, that's my spiel on that. That's my spiel on that. One more thing. Don't forget, guys. Do not forget. The Conference of Masculine Excellence goes down this October 21st through the 24th. Dallas, Texas. The second Conference of Masculine Excellence is going down October 21st through October 24th down there in Dallas, Texas. Phil Foster is a confirmed speaker. Coach Greg Adams is not. I couldn't get him confirmed because he's going to be speaking at another convention. I have no problem with that. Happy for him. Very, very happy for him. Also, a lot of guys are sort of ask me in my comments, my chat, my DMs. Well, why did you decide to do another CME so soon? Why didn't you just wait a year? Guys, listen, I'm going to keep it real. I'm just going to keep it all the way real here. And if there are any Anthony Johnson or 21 Studios people watching this, I need you to communicate this to Anthony. Okay? I need you to communicate this to Anthony. Anytime Anthony Johnson at 21 Studios puts together an event, I will also put together an event, and I will always do it on exactly the same weekend. Always. No matter what days, dates, times, I'm going to make sure that I hold my event on exactly the same dates as him. This is a free country. I can offer people alternatives. This is the land of competition. We live in a free market capitalistic society. So if anybody's watching, hey, listen, go back and tell him. Go back and tell Anthony Johnson, hey, Donovan Sharp said that anytime you schedule an event, he's going to schedule an event on the same weekend or the same dates. Now, I don't think I have to tell anyone why. I'm doing this. Yeah, he's never going to be rid of me. He's never, ever, ever going to be rid of me. Like I said, actions have consequences. And like I said before, guys, there are things happening in the background. And I can assure you, this man is going to pay the price. And it starts with this right here. The Rainmaker says that's petty as hell. You know, it's funny, the Rainmaker. I can understand why you would say that. But I think you need a little bit of context. And listen, I'm not mad at the Rainmaker. No, Dev, come on. The Rainmaker, I think the Rainmaker probably doesn't really know. So I'm going to the Rainmaker, you're more than welcome to stay and watch, okay? But the reason why I'm doing this is because when I announced my first CME, the Rainmaker, Anthony Johnson, this dude went on an all-out barrage and a smear campaign against me. Not only did he dox me, okay, he doxed my girlfriend. He put our names, our birth dates, our personal information out for the world to see. He did this 3-hour quote-unquote documentary, okay? He alleged that Devin and I were married. This guy actually said that we are married. We clearly are not, okay? This dude did a 3-hour quote-unquote hit piece on me, alleging that I am married. That is absolutely categorically false. That is categorically false. Devin and I are not married. We never will be married. After that, what this dude, not only that, he almost doxed Olivia, Devin's niece. Then he accused me of the Rainmaker. And again, I'm not mad at you. Just clearly, I think a lot of people need to know the context. Okay, so not only did he accuse us of being married, he actually accused us of trying to adopt Olivia, and he used text messages which could have been fabricated everywhere, anywhere. He used that as proof. Well, guess what? A lot of people drank the Kool-Aid. I lost a lot of longtime subscribers and a lot of longtime fans because they actually believed that propaganda. Okay? Not only that, the Rainmaker, this dude continued to harass me. Go to his channel. Subscribe to his channel. This dude has all these hit pieces on me. He sent out emails with memes of me and Dev and Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Yeah, this dude has harassed me for the better part of the last 6 months. So when you say that's petty, I understand why you would say that, right? from the outside looking in, yeah, it would seem petty. But what this man did to me and what he put me through, yeah, this isn't petty. This is retribution. Thankfully for me, I have a good, strong network. I have more than enough resources to put, dude, I could do 3 of these. I could do 3 or 4 of these a year, okay? I could do 3 or 4 of these a year. And my intent is to give people choices in terms of where they can go. Listen, the convention, the conference market, it's free market. So again, because of what Anthony has done and has put me through, anytime he has a convention or an event, I will make sure that I schedule it on exactly the same days and times, which is exactly why I announced the fall version of the 2021 CME. And so when he schedules his 21 convention in the spring, and he can keep the dates all to himself all he wants to. That's fine. Eventually, I am going to find out. And so whenever Anthony has an event, I will also schedule an event. So now the Rainmaker, I understand you didn't understand that, right? Right? That's how this is. Michael says, I find these intra-party fights so silly. What you have to understand, Michael, is that the reason he put out our personal information was to besmirch us, okay? What he wanted to do is he wanted to marginalize me. He wanted to say Donovan Sharp is a fraud. He's been married this whole time, so you can't trust what he's telling you. How can you trust what this guy is telling you if he's living a lie? And the sole purpose he did that was to get me to cancel my Conference of Masculine Excellence, right? I even received a letter from his lawyer with these demands, one of which demand told me to pay him $10,000 in cash and totally cancel the Conference of Masculine Excellence. Anthony, I'm not paying you shit, and I'm not canceling shit. Not getting a dime from me, right? Anthony Johnson has been allowed to literally run amok. And there's really nothing anyone has ever been able to do about it. I've got legal stuff happening in the background, but part of what I'm going to do is I will always make sure that I schedule events at exactly the same time as his. This isn't petty. This isn't a silly fight. This is retribution. You don't go after a man's girl, man. You don't dox, you don't take personal information and put it out there. So yeah, listen, Anthony is going to have a lot of false bravado. He's going to have a lot of false bravado. He's very good at not letting people see him sweat. But I'll tell you this, in the next 6 to 8 months, he's going to be sweating an awful lot. And when the shit hits the fan, I won't have to tell you when the shit hits the fan. You will know by Mr. Johnson's erratic behavior. Hashtag make women great again. All right, so on to the topic at hand here. So Dev actually sent me this. She sent me this story. Let me bring it up here. So she sent me this story written by The Sun, sort of a sensationalistic. I guess it's kind of a tabloid magazine, and it seems to be a disturbing trend on TikTok. The article is entitled "Way to Go," double entendre there, right? Double entendre there. Says, we looked like supermodels when we met our men, but babies, birth control, and comfort eating made us pack on the pounds. Made us pack on the pounds. I guess this is written by Carly, what's her name? Carly Bass, right? Carly Bass. So it says, as much as we'd like to stay young and fit forever. As much as we'd like to, staying young and fit forever isn't an option, and how we look is bound to change over time. So let me just stop right there. See, one of the most effective strategies in terms of propaganda is sprinkling in a little bit of truth and then surrounding it with lies, right? Well, they actually did that right here. You can't stay young forever, but you can stay fit forever, guys. Listen, staying young is not an option. Like, I think anyone and everyone will readily acknowledge that. But staying fit is an option. Staying fit is a choice. I'd like to bring your attention to one Maria Kang. You guys probably remember She's the hot fitness mom. Well, a few years back, she came out with this. Let me see if I can find it here. So she posted this. She posted this poster. Hashtag What's Your Excuse? Right there, she is with her. She's got a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. She's a baby factory. Having those young children, she still looked good. Suffice it to say, she was met with vitriolic rage. Women the world over, the Western world over, chastised her for pretty much calling everyone out. There's even this article. So this woman, and this article was written back in 2014. But the reason why this is relevant is because of the new TikTok trend. So this woman, her name is Katie Dupuis, says Maria Kang in her article, "Here are my excuses. After seeing the latest post," hang on a second. After seeing the latest post from, quote, hot Facebook mom, Katie Dupuis shares why she thinks healthy looks different for everyone. See, there already. Healthy looks different for everyone. No, healthy does not. Healthy might look a little bit different for everyone, but healthy is not being obese, okay? There's nothing healthy about being overweight, right? Like, listen, you guys all know Devin's got a smoking body. She carries a lot more body weight because she is very dense. She is very, very muscular, right? Devin is a very healthy individual. The way she looks might not necessarily look the way other women look. The point is that she's in good shape. So apparently she started this. This is Marie King. She started this Join the Movement at noexcusemom.com. So in this graphic, she points out that she works 8 hours a day, limited sleep, not a trainer, athlete, or fitness model, not a nanny or no nanny or chef, gave birth to sons in 2009, 10, and 11. So let's read this. And again, this sort of ties in to this whole new TikTok trend. So it starts. The first time Maria King posted a picture of herself in a sports bra and workout shorts surrounded by her 3 young sons and posing the question, "What's your excuse?" I reserve judgment. No, she's capping. She's capping. Guys, she's capping. She's saying she reserved judgment. No. She's writing that she reserved judgment. She absolutely was pissed off with that poster, with that picture. It's so funny when people write critical articles on someone, they always lie to you and tell you, well, listen, I reserve judgment. I try to come at this from an objective standpoint. Shan Boody did the same thing with Candace Owens. Shan Boody is never going to agree with anything Candace Owens says. Candace Owens is very conservative, right? And conservative people do not have the same sexual standards as very liberal people, right? Shan Boody is very sex positive. She's got probably a quadruple digit notch count. So when Shan Boody decided to sit down and talk about a Candace Owens video that she did with the roommates, Shan Boody said, well, I attempted to look at this objectively. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And you know what? That's okay, right? I could sit down and break down a womanist article. I can break down an article on bold.com. I'm not going to break that down objectively. I'm going to break that down subjectively. Being objective does not make you better than most people. When people say they're trying to be objective, they're just virtue signaling, right? No, I am biased. I'm 43 years old, right? Listen, I don't know everything, but I've experienced enough in life where my opinions and thoughts, they're pretty valid. So anyway, she reserved judgment. She was posting on her own page, the article continues, to a certain demographic, and that's her prerogative. She was raked over the blog and forum coals, of course, and I sort of felt bad for her. No, she didn't. She didn't feel bad for her. That's cap. She was trying to be motivational, or so she says. You see that? She was trying to be motivational, and then parentheses, this chick says, or so she says. So you can already see that she was feeling some type about this, right? Listen, how do you know whether or not she was trying to be motivational? Or so she says. Why would you think that she would do this? Because she took offense to it. Listen to this. Despite being somewhat misguided in her approach. Right. So you reserve judgment, right? Fine, she continues. It gave the internet something to talk about for a couple of days, other than Justin Bieber. And I didn't write about it because I didn't want to add to the maelstrom of anger and resentment. But then last week, Miss Kang posted another picture. Another pair of tiny workout shorts with another sports bra. This picture is annotated from head to toe with phrases like limited sleep and strong, not skinny. When I first saw the picture while I read the morning news over the weekend, I rolled my eyes and closed the webpage, moving on to another story. But I couldn't get the image out of my head all day Saturday, and not because I found it encouraging. This time around, I do not feel bad for any woman who's clearly looking for social media popularity or infamy, if you ask me. Yeah, she pulled your card here. What's this girl's name? Dupuis. I don't think it's Dubois. I think it's Dupuis. Okay, thank you, Hugo. Yeah, Miss Dupuis is being. Listen, man. Listen. Miss Dupuis is fat, right? She's overweight. She's probably obese, right? But the fact that a woman who has had 3 children has managed to stay very, very sexually attractive, this makes her feel some type of way. Why? Because it shines a light on her own deficiencies. Her own deficiencies. Listen, man, 112% of women who are overweight are overweight because of the lack of discipline. They don't want to hit the gym. They don't want to watch what they eat. Period. That's all there is to it. So when stuff like this, the whole Maria King thing comes out, of course these women feel some type of way. They'll go through all sorts of mental gymnastics to justify why they are still grossly overweight. So let me continue here. Maria, I don't have to listen, this is funny. Now she's talking to Maria. Maria, I don't have to have an excuse to look like me rather than to look like you. But if you want my, quote, excuses, here they are. Gentlemen, the difference between here's the difference. The difference between an excuse and a reason. An excuse is something you have control over. A reason is something you do not have control over. For example, you're late to work. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Mr. Burns, I woke up late and my kids were crying and blah, 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 and traffic was bad. That's an excuse. You had control over that. Wake up earlier. Take a different route to work. Okay? A reason, hey, Mr. Burns, the reason why I'm not going to be able to come into work today is because I just got T-boned on the corner of 5th and Prospect. That's a reason. That is something you don't have control over, right? Your boss doesn't expect you to come into work if your car's split in 2 by an irresponsible driver. That's the difference. So what she's doing here, she's saying my, quote, excuses. No, these are, and again, these are excuses. And this is why Maria King framed it that way. What's your excuse? What are the things that you have control over that you are clearly neglecting on purpose? That's what that was. This is why so many women felt some type of way. Excuse number 1, I'm an average weight on a good day. I can fit into a size 10 most of the time. I'm a textbook 12. I can rock a Joan Holloway dress without thinking twice, but I have to fight to stay this size. You don't think Maria King has to fight to stay that size? See, again, what this woman is assuming is that Maria King just has that body because of genetics. No, Maria King works very hard for that body. It's so funny, man. Women who are obese or overweight, they're always mad at skinny girls because they somehow assume that women who are in phenomenal shape just woke up that way. They were just, no. Even if a woman has good genetics, you still have to work at it. I have to fight to stay this size, as though Maria King does not, right? She continues, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, which makes it difficult for me to lose weight and even easier to put it on. There we go. There's an excuse. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. Listen, if it makes it tough for you to lose weight and even easier to put on, guess what? Work harder. You want to know what? Devin does not have a thyroid. Devin has no thyroid. None whatsoever. She has to take thyroid medication every day. Do you know how difficult it is to stay in the kind of shape she's in without a thyroid? Devin has no thyroid. And honestly, that could be a reason she could let herself go. But you want to know something? She decided to make it an excuse. She's not going to sit here and say, well, I don't have a thyroid or a goiter or whatever, so that's going to be the reason why I don't watch my figure. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Yeah, miss me with these excuses, sweetheart. Here we go. When I had my daughter in 2011, despite remaining active during my pregnancy, no, you weren't. See, again, this is cap. This is when women start to cap. Whenever women start to give their excuses or reasons as to why they are where they are, whether it's in life, weight, dating, whatever the case may be, there's always a bunch of excuses. Buried in those excuses are straight up lies. You didn't remain active during your pregnancy, right? Why would you remain? Listen, so let me get this straight. You're not active now even though you're not pregnant. But you want us to think that even with polycystic ovarian syndrome, while you were pregnant, you actually remained active? No, get out of here. You're lying. That's cap. Remaining active during my pregnancy, and the fact that she put it in bold, right? One of the 49 laws of Sharp. The more a woman tries to convince you of something, the more likely the opposite is true. It still took me a year of effort to lose the weight. I did not and do not sit on my couch and eat chips all day long. See, here we go. Here we are. Another apex fallacy. Listen, is she telling the truth that she did not and does not sit on her couch and eat chips all day long? I'm sure. That doesn't mean she doesn't sit on her couch all day long and eat ice cream, right? Right? You see what she did there? She cited a specific act that clearly is not good for a woman's weight, right? Sedentary lifestyle, eating junk food. No, she was too specific. I don't sit on my couch eating chips all day long. That doesn't mean you don't have other habits, right? Just because you don't sit on your couch eating chips all day long does not mean that you have a great diet. I work in long walks with my Fuel bracelet, the occasional aerobics class, and dance exercise DVD so I can pretend I'm not working out. Occasional aerobics classes, right? Which means it's not consistent. So how often do you go to aerobics classes, Miss Dupuis? What, once a month? Once a year? Again, this is when women are nebulous like this when they know they've got something to hide, okay? Miss me with the polycystic ovarian syndrome, okay? There are women out here who have far greater obstacles to overcome when it comes to losing weight than just that. Then she goes and flat out lies to us, remaining active during my pregnancy. No, you did not remain active during your pregnancy. The only reason why she's lying about that is so that when people come at her with the rebuttals, well, listen, I tried everything. Like, I remained active during my pregnancy. I still gained weight. Let's continue. Number 2, her second excuse. Even at my lowest weight, when I was running 6 times a week and training for half marathons, I was still considered overweight by the BMI. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That is absolute BS. Are you kidding me? This chick wants us to believe that even though she was running 6 times a week and training for half marathons, she was still considered overweight by the BMI. Straight cap. This is bullshit. She's never run 6 days a week, and she's never run a half marathon. Okay? The reason why you were overweight by the BMI is because you didn't watch what you ate and you didn't exercise. Again, this is a lie. Again, when women start making excuses for why they are where they are, one of the go-to strategies they like to use is saying, well, I did everything right. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Excuse number 3. I don't want to spend my days in the gym. That's a reason, sweetheart. That's not an excuse. Like, if you don't want to spend your days at the gym, fine. Just understand that you're going to be overweight. Women want all of the benefits without having to pay the price. You don't want to spend your days at the gym? Well, guess what, sweetheart? That's what's necessary if you want a body like Maria King's. I read your FAQs, she continues, on your website, and if I followed your daily schedule of a trip to the gym every morning, I'd still look like me. And how would she know? She just sat here and said, listen, if I did your schedule, Maria King, I would still look like me. Really? How would you know? How would you know? You've never done that before, right? She says, you say it has nothing to do with genetics, but I beg to differ. Either that or you're spending a lot more time working out than you'll admit. But if you are, that's your lie to live with. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, listen. So, you're either arguing genetics or you're actually spending a lot more time working out than you'll admit. As though working out more is a bad thing. But if you are, she says, that's your lie to live with. This is the typical mindset. This is the typical mindset of an entitled American woman. My husband and I, number 4, leave our house every day at 7 a.m. to get our daughter to daycare. Even if I got up, see, here she goes. Even if I got up at 5 a.m. every day to exercise, I'd still only manage a quick workout. As it is, I get up at 5:45 a.m., and again, it wouldn't be enough to have toned abs and rock-hard thighs. Nobody said you had to have toned abs and rock-hard thighs. We just need you to be not overweight. You see how she does that, right? See how she does that? A lot of women say, well, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. No, you don't have enough testosterone for that. Unless, of course, you're injecting copious amounts of testosterone, right? So even if she got up at 5 a.m. every day to exercise, I'd only still manage a quick workout. Well, here's a thought. How about waking up at 4 a.m.? How about waking up at 4 a.m.? That way you don't have to just do a quick workout. You can actually do a complete workout. Again, this is something she has control over. She is quite literally telling us, listen, I could do these things, I'm just choosing not to. Number 5, fifth excuse. My family shows love by cooking. My mom always has. I'll cook for you, it means I love you. I'm not going to turn down a plate of my mom's spaghetti and meatballs so I can be a size 2. That's my choice, I agree, but it's a simple joy that I won't give up. Okay, listen, she kept it 100. She kept it 100. That's her choice. You agree. There is no but, right? You said that's a simple joy you will not give up. No. Eating a plate of your mom's spaghetti is not the reason you're a fat ass. You're a fat ass because you do not exercise and you do not watch what you eat. Again, see how she tries to make it minimum? Well, the only reason why I'm overweight is because I eat a plate of mom's spaghetti occasionally. Again, leaving out the fact that she has a very bad diet. Number 6, when I do have time alone, I'd rather be writing than running. Well, then... Again, that's not, listen, if you're choosing to write rather than exercise, that's on you. But here's the thought, Miss Dupuis. Have you ever considered the fact that you could write and run, right? No, she wants to make it a dichotomy. Listen, I either write or I run. Yeah, miss me with that. This is a choice. I work to have, quote, consistency, persistence, discipline, intensity, patience, desire, and focus and faith towards my dream of publishing a novel or many. Just because I don't look like you doesn't mean I lack any of the qualities you strive for in your physical appearance. It just means I channel them into my own passion. Yes, that's exactly what it means. Listen, there's a reason why grossly overweight and obese people disgust everybody. Number 1, they're unsightly, right? You guys ever watch My 600-Pound Life? But number 2, anyone who looks like that clearly lacks consistency, persistence, discipline, intensity, patience, desire, and focus. Just because you say you have all of these traits does not mean that you do. Excuses, man. Number 7, lastly, I don't want to be defined by my body alone. I don't want my daughter to miss out on time with me because the little time I do have, I'm spending it trying to look like you. I want her to see that you can look after yourself without killing yourself to do it. See? There she goes again. Maria Kang doesn't kill herself. She simply watches her diet and exercises consistently. But this woman would have us think that Maria Kang is doing 5 hours of boot camp every day. No, that's not what she's doing. And she's using that as her excuse not to do it. Listen. You can still look good without killing yourself. No, Maria Kang is not killing herself. And I want her to be proud of me for being more than just a, quote, hot Facebook mom and a successful, driven, strong woman who works with what she's got because, let's face it, that's all we can do. No, that's not all you can do. You know how you work with what you got? You get your ass to the gym, you watch your diet. She says, Maria, do yourself a favor and stop posting this stuff. I get that you're proud of your body and that you want other women to follow in your footsteps, but can we be honest for a second? If you really wanted to empower other women, you'd reach out quietly. You'd stop posting boasting that you're so damn perfect because, frankly, from your website, it seems like you're pretty well flawless. Don't even get me started on the Photoshop work you had done. So now here she goes. Dude, this fucking bitch, what a hater, man. And admit that we're all in this together. That would motivate me. No, it wouldn't. Listen, for this woman to tell Maria Kang what to do to motivate people, that's bullshit. This woman has made the conscious decision to remain overweight, and that's fine. But don't then turn around and badmouth Maria for making the conscious decision to be in shape. A while back, I had this little dust-up with Turd Flinging Monkey. It was short-lived. When it comes down to it, in the argument of roasting, I clearly won. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done that. But the reason why him and I got into this little argument, this little tiff on Twitter, is because Turd Flinging Monkey was telling me that he was a better man than me for making the brave decision to be in a relationship with a sex doll. And I said, okay, look, man, if you want to be in a relationship with a sex doll, that's cool, man. Like, I'm not mad at you. Do what you got to do. I get it. But don't then turn around and come at me for making my decision and not making yours. No, that's bullshit. You get no respect from me, number 1, because you don't show your face. Number 2, you fuck a sex doll, right? In my mind, that's what pissed me off. I was like, okay, listen, man, if you want to be in a relationship with your sex doll, cool. But fam, nobody knows what the fuck you look like. Bruh, you fuck a sex doll. You're going to make fun of me because my girlfriend has a pulse? No, get out of here. It was the same thing as this woman is doing with Maria Kang. Listen, this woman is clearly admitting that she does not have the intestinal fortitude to do what Maria Kang does or to do what's necessary to look good as a woman. That's fine. That's your choice. But don't then turn around and air out Maria King for showing off her goods. She concludes this with, tell me, world, for real, what's your excuse? There are no wrong answers. Yes, there are wrong answers, and you just gave 7 of them. Use hashtag excuse this on Twitter or Facebook to share yours. Excuses don't mean lack of motivation. It just means we're all different with different priorities and what we should be working toward, lifting each other rather than beating each other down. Maria King is not beating anybody down. Listen, Maria King didn't get on there and make fun of overweight people. No, she just said, listen, I'm a mom, right? I've got 3 kids. I look good. What's your excuse? Right? What's your excuse? This woman went and actually, the Cisco says, when was this tiff with TFM? Dude, really? Honestly? I took down the video. It's done. It's over with. Like, seriously, like get your head out of the clouds there, man. Like, come on, right? But she says excuses don't mean lack of motivation. Yes, that's exactly what it means. When you make excuses not to do what needs to be done to get the results that you want to get, yes, that does mean there is a lack of motivation. It does mean that you're all different. Yes, some people have higher levels of motivation. Some people don't, right? This woman just sat here and made all sorts of excuses as to why she doesn't look good, but she's telling Maria to stop posting pictures. Nah, bitch. No, you need to see those pictures. The reason why this woman wrote this article is because, again, Maria King shined a light on her own inadequacies. And this woman felt so strongly she actually had to write an article about it. She ended up looking stupid. So that leads me to this article that Dev showed me. So what this is, guys, this is a disturbing new trend. Women are doing TikTok videos and bragging about the fact that they look a lot, that they have gained weight since they were in relationships with their boyfriends, right? Just ask these women who blame relationships, babies, and comfort eating for their drastic transformations, admitting they used to look like supermodels before they're men. So here's the first one. Let me shrink this down a little bit. So this chick was a size 6. Clearly a pretty girl, long hair, nice long legs. That's what she looks like now. Why in the world as a woman would you brag about that? Right? Like, why would you, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you point out that you look worse than you used to? Let's take a look at some more here. So, how I looked a year into dating, how I look now. Are you kidding me? Why in the world, like, look at this. Like, she looks like a different person. Why in the world would you post this stuff? What, like, that's something to be proud of? This girl's a smoke show. Look at this chick. Look at this. What I looked like when my husband first met me, oh my God, versus what I look like now. Oh my God. Dude. Again, listen, man. Listen. This is pure, unadulterated laziness, lack of discipline, and lack of motivation. Okay? These women clearly belong to men who have no standards. They clearly belong to men who have no standards. Okay? Their husbands and boyfriends made clear in no uncertain terms, either directly or indirectly, that he loves them unconditionally. Dude, this girl used to be bad. Look at this. But now she looks like this. What, you're going to be proud of that? Like, get out of here with that. Me with my boyfriend when I first started dating. Again, another great-looking girl. Me now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Why? Listen. Guys, help me in the chat. Why in the world would a woman brag about the fact that she has put on this amount of weight during a relationship? I do not understand it. I do not understand it. We're normalizing women that are unhealthy. Look, me when my boyfriend and I first started dating. Me when my boyfriend first met me. Me now. Incredible. I can't believe these girls think this is something to be proud of. Me when my boyfriend met me for the first time. Me now. My God. My God. My goodness. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this transformation. There's before, and this is after. Not only did they gain weight, they seem to be hyper masculine. Unbelievable. 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 The moral, well, you know what? I'll actually talk about this. Let me just make a few talking points here. Okay. This is the problem with being comfortable in a relationship, guys. Okay? This is why we tell guys, do not get comfortable in your relationship. Do not lose your edge. Okay? Men, listen, a lot of guys like to bitch and moan about the fact that his woman cheats. Oh, my girl cheated on me. What the hell? Well, he didn't tell us the whole story. Okay? He got fat, he lost his job, and lost his drive. Right? Now, listen, if a woman truly loves you and you lose your way, you get laid off, something bad happens, listen, she will give you some time to recover. Right? If you drop, listen, she understands that life happens. Things are not going to be perfect all the time. Maybe you got laid off. Maybe you made a mistake at work. All right, cool, man. Maybe you lose a 6-figure job. Fine. Right? Guys are acting like women would just, oh, you lost your job. I'm out of here. No, that's not what happens. If a woman doesn't even have to love you to give you a little bit of time, right? But if you continue to wallow in your own self-pity, if you continue to make excuses for why you are where you are. Well, the reason I lost my job is because my boss didn't like me. No, you lost your job because you were late and underperformed. That's why you lost your job, right? If you lose your job, a very good paying job, listen, man, women will give you time to lick your wounds, blow some steam, and recover, okay? But, again, if you continue to feel sorry for yourself, if you drop the ball, this is what happens, guys. Love is not unconditional on either side, guys. It's not. But here's the thing. Women expect us to uphold our end of the bargain, as they should. I tell guys this all the time. If you get fat, if you lose your edge, if you stop holding her accountable, if you cease to be the man you were when she met you, guess what? She has every right to level up. She has every right to replace you. If you're not upholding your end of the bargain, she needs to be up out of there, right? But when women don't uphold their end of the bargain, they expect us to stick around. Oh my God, my husband's a scumbag. He cheated on me. Did you tell us the part? Did you tell us the part where you gained 40 pounds and stopped putting out 6-7 months ago? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Then there's that. These women expect, and again, this is men and women. Women expect us to just say, oh, okay, your lady cheated on you. She's a scumbag. What he wants us to believe is that he was doing everything he was supposed to do, and because his woman was just a terrible person, that's why she cheated. Does that happen every once in a while? Sure. Of course it does, right? Same thing with women. Oh my God, my boyfriend cheated on me. She would have us believe that she was doing everything she needed to do to keep her boyfriend around, which included staying in shape. No, man, it does not work. And see, here's the thing. We as men, we're simple. Listen, we as men, we are very, very, very simple. It is very, very easy to please us and to keep us around, okay? All you got to do is not get fat and don't cheat. That's really it. Listen, as long as you do not get fat and you do not cheat and don't lie, dude, men, we'll put up with just about anything, right? Okay, so you're a little neurotic. All right, well, listen, if you're in good shape and you remain faithful, I'll deal with that, right? Okay, so you're a procrastinator. All right, well, if you're in good shape and you don't cheat, you're honest, cool, right? Listen, it's all a trade-off. No woman or man is perfect, right? But if you want a man to accept your flaws and your idiosyncrasies, in other words, if you want him to pay the price that he needs to pay to be in a relationship with you, then guess what? You need to make that worth it for him. You can't be bitchy, neurotic, and a prude in bed being overweight. You don't get to be like that if you're 260 pounds. Listen, ladies, if you're 260 pounds, you don't get to be bitchy, okay? You don't get to be crabby. You don't get to be neurotic. You don't get to be demanding. No, you forfeited all that when you let yourself go, right? Oh my God, Donovan, are you saying men are going to be shallow? Yes. The better you look, the more leeway we will give you in the way of other behaviors other than infidelity, right? Listen, man, if you're woman, listen, as long as you don't cheat and you don't get fat, we'll work with you. We'll work with you. Listen, we know nobody's perfect. We know you're going to screw up every now and again. But when you let yourself go, ladies, and when you are not faithful, nothing we can do about that. You got to go. You got to go. The reason why these women feel so emboldened to actually post and brag about the fact that they've gained weight over their relationship is because men have accepted that. Men have accepted that, right? Why do we pay $35,000 for a Honda Accord? Because that's what we pay, right? Do you expect Honda to sell the Honda Accord for $10,000? No. The only reason why they're going to lower that price is if we stop buying Honda Accords for $35,000, $40,000, right? If you quit paying, they're going to stop selling it for that price. This is how this works, gentlemen. This is how this works. If you want your women, your wife, whatever, to stop getting fat and gaining weight over the relationship, guess what? Don't tolerate it. You let her know up front, hey, listen, I like you like me, but just understand, if you gain a substantial amount of, if you start gaining weight, I'm out of here. Oh my God, you're so shallow. You got me. I'm shallow, right? Oh my God, you're misogynistic. Listen, you call it misogynistic, I call it standards. I'll never forget, man. Dude, my best friend in college, his name was Sean Brady. Yes, that Sean Brady. Anthony. Jesus Christ. He claimed that Sean Brady was fake. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, my best friend in college, man, I will never, ever, ever forget this. He used to date this girl. Her name was Kim. And I'll never forget this, dude. We're in our dorm room. And he says to her straight up, he's like, listen, if you get fat, I'm fucking gone. I was like, oh my God, did he actually really just say that? And you want to know what Kim said? She said, okay. You want to know what she didn't do? She didn't get fat, right? Now, Sean was very, very red pill when we were in college. Today, not so much. Not so much. But he made his intentions clear. He said, listen, if you gain weight, you no longer, no, What guys are doing is they are allowing their women to gain weight and become less attractive, but still giving them the commitment. Guys, got to quit doing that. You got to quit doing that. Okay? This is why I always say girlfriends are better than wives. There's a reason for that. Girlfriends have a reason to stay thin. You can just be up out of there with little to no collateral damage. Wives, not so much. If a wife gets fat, what are you going to do? Leave her? Divorce her? Yeah, give her half your stuff and your kids? No, you have to stay there. You have to stay there. This is another reason I tell guys, don't get married, man. Girlfriends are better than wives. If she's your girlfriend, you can just be up out of there. She doesn't have any claim to what you have. None whatsoever. And listen, if you're going to cohabitate like I am, make sure you do it. Make sure you do it in a state that does not recognize common law marriage. A lot of guys like to talk shit. Oh, I can't wait till Devin divorced Epars Donovan. Never going to happen. Number one, we're not married. Number two, the state we live in and the state we're thinking about moving to, there's no common law marriage whatsoever. That's how this works. If we want our women to quit getting fat and then bragging about it, guys, stop rewarding women for bad behavior. Gaining weight and not doing anything about it, that's bad behavior. Okay, listen, if she has a baby, give her a few weeks to recover, right? Like, that's only fair. But listen, man, ladies, having children, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse to weigh 275 pounds. There's no excuse for that. I don't care if you have postpartum depression, whatever ovarian order she had, no thought. No, listen, miss me with the health excuses. Because you want to know something? If a guy were fat, and we tried to give those excuses, what would women say? Psh. Women don't give a damn about excuses, especially when it comes to that. You think women expect us to give a shit when they talk about all the excuses why they're fat. But when it comes to excuses why we're not where we're supposed to be, well, the reason I live with my parents is because I kind of got shafted at school. Women don't care about that. They don't care about that. They don't care how you got there. They care that you're there. And maybe a woman does have a legitimate reason for being overweight. Don't care. I do not care, because if I have a legitimate reason for being a loser, she's not going to care either. That's the dichotomy here. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't women who are a little bit more portly through no fault of their own or through things that are out of their control. Reasons, okay? There are a special few women, a very, very special few women, right? But even those women who have legitimate excuses or reasons for being overweight, guess what? They will not cut you any slack if you're a loser. Dude, if you're 33 years old, you live with your parents, you work at 7-Eleven, listen, maybe you have a disability, right? Maybe there's a false EPAR accusation and nobody will hire you because you're a convicted felon. Guess what? Guess who doesn't care about that? That's right. The same woman who wants you to care about the fact that she have a thyroid. She has a condition that makes her gain weight. No, no, fuck these 304s, man. You have to understand, women don't cut us slack, gentlemen. Nor should they. Women don't want to hear our excuses when it comes to the reasons why we fall short. Whether or not our reasons are legit or not, that don't matter. It does not matter. As men, we are expected to produce. Listen, be productive. If you can't be productive, that's it, right? Doesn't matter what the reason is. Doesn't matter what the reason is. And I am all for that. But guess what? When it comes to women being overweight and portly, miss me with the excuses. Oh, she doesn't have a thyroid and she has a condition with her genetics. Okay. Like, this woman is sitting here giving all these excuses as though it would somehow all of a sudden make her sexually attractive. Oh, wait a minute. Well, she can't say no to her mom's spaghetti, right? Shout out to Eminem, right? She doesn't really get up, quick workout. She just had a kid and she'd rather be writing than running. Oh my God. All of a sudden, Miss Dupuis is the hottest. No, not how it works. I don't give a fuck what your reasons are, man. You are either sexually attractive or you are not. As a man, you either bring value or you do not. The reasons don't matter. The reasons do not matter. Women will never, ever cut you slack. Women will never, ever, ever, ever cut you slack for your shortcomings. So guess what? Don't cut her slack for hers either. All right. Let me take a look at my chat here. Jason Moreno, Farheed Majoub says that's crazy. Yeah, Idris, living the dream, says, whoa, that's messed up, going after a person's niece. Yeah. Yeah, anybody who thinks that I'm being petty with what I'm doing here, dude, go to 21 Studios. Just go to the 21 Studios YouTube channel. Go to the 21 Studios YouTube channel. You will see. You will absolutely see. Oddly Relatable TV says they want to basically say men are their downfall and they should stay away from women. It's purely a way to make men look bad. I suppose. I don't really understand that. So Miss Cool Gemini says some men love BBW. No, they don't. Miss Cool Gemini, men don't love BBWs. Okay? Men don't love BBW. Listen, there's no such thing as a chubby chaser, right? There's no such thing as a man of value. There's no such thing as a man with options loving BBW. And KMM just nailed it. They have no other choice. This is exactly right. Never believe a man who says that he loves BBWs. No, the reason he is claiming to love them is because he can't do any better. He can't do any better. She says, not petty at all. If you can dish it out, we can take. Sweetie, like, listen, I'm all for discourse, but you have to start making sense. Like, dude, make some sense. Let's try that again. Yeah, Miss Cool Gemini, listen, sweetheart, I'm glad you're a BBW. Listen, that's your choice. But no man really likes BBWs. Like, no man really, really does. No man of value really does. See, the men who love BBWs are not the men that BBWs get with. She says you need to get out more. What, like you do? You get out? You're telling me? What are you running 5 miles a day? This bitch is in here trying to convince me that there are actually some men out here who love BBWs. Well, if that were the case, then what are you doing in my chat, right? If there are all these dudes running around being chubby chasers, how do you have time to be in my chat telling me about all these dudes chasing you? Miss me. BBWs are chosen by men who have no value. So that's it. Case closed. Don't want to hear it. Fuck out of here. BBWs. Give me a break. And there's no such thing as a BBW. What is it, big, beautiful women? Jesus Christ. You know what? There is such thing as a big, beautiful woman. Her name is Elena Delle Donne. Elena Delle Donne. That's a BBW. You want to know who another BBW is? Lisa Leslie. Cynthia Cooper. Candace Parker is a BBW. Yeah, miss me that. Miss me with that. Now I got women in here. Now I got women coming into my chat trying to convince me that there are men attracted to them. That's bullshit. Sweetheart, you know damn well men ain't chasing you. Because number one, you can't run, right? And number two, it's a value thing. If there really was a man, and this is funny. This is where women really, really, really miss the mark. This is where they really miss the mark. They say they want a guy who loves them for them. But let me let you in on a little secret. Okay? There are a lot of men who get with or commit to women who are BBWs, right? Sometimes they'll get liposuction, sometimes they'll get surgery, whatever the case may be. Guess what? 10 times out of 10, they end up leaving these men. Once a BBW is no longer a BBW, once she loses weight, guess what? Guess what? She's out the door. You want to know why she's out the door? It's because in her subconscious, in her feminine hard drive, she says, well, wait a minute. If this guy claims he's attracted to BBWs, but I know that he's not really attracted to me. So is he with me because I was all he could get? Well, I'm thin now. I can go out and get something better. Dude, there are countless articles, videos, whatever, about a guy who got with a BBW, got the BBW, plastic surgery, or some sort of weight loss. She up and vanished. BBWs do not want to be with men who like BBWs, and that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Yeah, Chris Van Ecken said ad hominem. Yeah. That was obvious. That was obvious. Yeah, that whole dust up, between myself and TFM, dude, that was years ago. God, that was that's going on 4 years ago, man. Ay. Listen, TFM knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. But listen, man, like, I understand why some guys don't show their faces, but if you hide behind an avatar, you've got no business talking about or addressing people who don't. That's just all there is to it. You know me. You see what I look like. I don't know what you look like. Fuck out of here. G Money says, bet you 1,000 she's single and miserable. Of course she is. Of course she is. Talking about Miss Dupuis. Yes. Stary says, OMG. This is insane. This is insane. Dre Raven on the Sharp Stream side says, I'll bet you Miss Gemini gets all of her chasing on on Slow Tuesdays, right? Right? But get out of here with that, man. Darksider said from Fox to Gorilla. Misco says, I don't think they're proud of it, though. I would agree. I don't think they're proud of it either. I think what they're doing, you know what, it's funny. Them bragging about the fact that they've gained weight is the same thing as Lizzo posting pictures thirst trapping. Like, Lizzo wants the world to think that she's comfortable with what she looks like. She is not comfortable with what she looks like. Dude, if Lizzo could look like Beyonce right now, she would do it tomorrow. You kidding me? Dude, it is so obvious that Lizzo does not like the way she looks, but she wants us to think that she's comfortable with the way she looks because she's always posting these pictures. No, Lizzo hates herself. She hates her body, and she should. She should. There's no reason for a woman to look like that. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, by the way, congratulations to King Life, TSR Tower's newest mod. Stary says these girls don't know. This is going to make their situation much worse. Absolutely. King Life says, I'll bet 50 if a chick does a TikTok where she's still fit and hot, she will get so much flack. Right? If she says, when I met my boyfriend, I'm still hot after I met my boyfriend. Yep, that's exactly right. That's 100% right. Terrence Wright says, if women can have standards, men can have standards also. Yep, exactly. But they don't like that. Hasheen305, welcome back, in Sharpstream, says, it's a flex. Look how I dominate this man. I can get fat, and he still won't leave me. Yeah, that's true. Ah, no, you deleted Miss Cool Gemini. Okay, did Miss Cool Gemini get out of pocket? Hold up. See, now I got to find out. See, now we got women coming up in here. Okay, all right. Queen Maya T says, Donovan, what about men that don't keep themselves up too? Don't be disingenuous. Bitch, go back and watch the whole episode. Go back and watch the whole episode. Unbelievable. This chick is gonna listen, sweetheart, you came in late. Because I actually talked about this about a half an hour ago. I said, and I quote, you can go back and watch the tape, if you as a man don't uphold your end of the bargain, if you get fat, lazy, lose your drive, guess what? Your woman has every right to move on from you. She does. And women be like, oh, Lord, praise God, hallelujah, you preaching. No, y'all don't like it. Y'all don't like when the pendulum swings both ways, right? You guys like to hear guys like me say, listen, guys, if you don't have your shit together, she has every right to leave you. You guys love hearing that, but you don't like to hear, but by the same token, if you don't handle your shit, he's got to go. Bitch, listen, miss me with that nonsense. Yeah, don't be disingenuous. Look, go back and watch this from the start, and then come back and talk to me. It's people, man. Yeah, you people. Jesus Christ. BBWs. Man, give me a break. Broke men tolerate BBW? Absolutely. Peter says, long-term, it's not an option due to their health issues from the weight. Yeah, right. Miss Cool Gemini says, wait until winter. What happens during the winter? What? I mean, what are we like? Do we not have coats that we can wear? Is Miss Cool Gemini saying that if you're a skinny chick, you're going to freeze to death because you don't have the extra? Please. Yeah, you see, Miss Cool Gemini, this is why God created jackets and coats, right? So the skinny people can also be warm. You don't have to look like a grizzly bear to be warm. Miss me of that. Yep. Done Greg for you says a BBW wouldn't date a BBW. No, she wouldn't. A BBW would never take a man who likes BBW seriously. He just doesn't. He doesn't. Ian Sasa and Zoo says BBW are short-term flings and fetishes. Negative. Listen, quit smashing these BBWs. Like, dude, seriously, the sooner we quit smashing these BBWs, the less we have to worry about them coming in here into my chat trying to convince us they got men lined up around the block. Get out of here with that. The Neologic says, oh, Savage Sharp. Listen, that's the only way I know how to be. Real talk. D-Wee says Khloe Kardashian is a BBW. No, she's not. I think she's tall, but she's not that tall. Yes, Peter Lee says body positivity is a double standard that only benefits women. Absolutely. There's no such thing as a plus-sized male model. A plus-sized male model, that's just a fat guy, right? A girl who's a little more portly, she's plus-size. We don't get the, and I don't want somebody to call me plus-size. Dude, when I was a fat ass. It is what it is. Okay. Isaac Landis, $5, says it's not healthy to be a BBW. I'd rather have a super fit chick or thin. Thanks. I think we all would. Yeah, J.W. Hames says Adele pulled that move quick. Yes, she did. Dude, listen, man. Adele was all about accepting herself until she figured out, well, wait a minute. Me looking like this kind of shrinks my prospects. Better lose the weight. You guys watch. Within the next 2 years, Lizzo's going to lose a lot of weight because she's tired of it. Okay, she got surgery, blah, 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 blah. Showing any pictures? I don't know what that is. DJ Grom says, has he shown any pictures yet? No, I don't expect Turd Flinging Monkey to let people know what he looks like. He probably has maybe a high-level job, right? And again, I understand why guys don't show their faces, especially in this community. But you don't get to hide your face, right? Like MGTOW Dictionary. Like, nobody takes that guy seriously, right? He talks all tough. Nobody knows what this guy looks like, right? Nobody knows what he looks like because he lives with his mother. This dude is 54 years old and he lives with his mother. That's why he's pissed. And if I were Big Town Dictionary, I'd be pissed off too. 54 years old, living in Islip, New York with my mom at 54? Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. You kidding me? Peter Lee says, I personally know people who have died due to obesity right after they retired. Wow. See, I've never known anyone who actually passed away because of obesity, but jeez. I'm just not friends with obese people, man. I'm just not. Gerald Montagna says, is that Glass Joe on your wall? No! Come on, Gerald. That is Piston Honda, man. Hold on. Let me zero it in for you. No, man, that's Piston Honda. Listen, I'll give you guys. See? That's Piston Honda. Piston Honda, my favorite. And there, of course, this is me name dropping. There's me with Lucario and Steve. There's me with Coach Greg Adams. Me with Kevin Samuels. Minister Jap. All that stuff. That's how you build and cultivate relationships. No, that is not Glass Joe. That is Piston Honda. Piston Honda. I'm going to tell you what, man. Men of a certain age, can you imagine if Mike Tyson's Punch-Out were to be released in 2021? Do you know how quickly Mike Tyson's Punch-Out would be canceled? Right? Do you realize how quickly Mike Tyson's Punch-Out would be canceled? Holy moly. Ay, ay, ay. Our Life Cure says, I like body positivity. It lowers our population. That's right. That's right. Nikado Avocado Dethrone. I don't know what that means. Louis Van Vanderheide says, you don't see many older people, if any, in the body positivity movement for a reason. Yeah, they're not. Listen, there's no such thing as an old senior, as an obese senior citizen. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Charles said she pulled a Jose Canseco and the ball bounced right off of her head. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, King Life says Chloe is in shape. She's nowhere near a BBW. Yeah, Chloe figured out. She figured out, listen, if I get into shape, I can have dudes like Tristan Thompson instead of Lamar Odom, a crackhead. Yeah, Chloe just looks, yeah, right. Kim K is like 5'2". Courtney's like 5'1". Yeah, they're all short. Snake Eyes, $5, says they don't have men lined up around the corner. They have Pookie and Ray Ray waiting at the corner store to buy them a rib sandwich for $5. I'm going to tell you what, I'm actually kind of hungry right now. I'm hungry. Coco Hunjin 7 says $5, says winter. BBW, whale blubber, hot chick, someone who will give her fur coat, false confidence identified. Yeah, exactly. The Cisco says, I remember that game, bald bull. Dude, I'm going to tell you what, dude. Who are the toughest, other than Mike Tyson, right? We all know Tyson was for me, and it just depended on the day. For me, my toughest opponents were Bald Bull and Soda Popinski. Like, dude, for whatever reason, man, and maybe it was because Soda Popinski is a southpaw. For whatever reason, I could whoop Soda Popinski's ass most of the time. Every once in a while, man, he just owns me, dude. Same with Bald Bull. Yeah, Bald Bull and Soda Popinski, holy moly. And listen, you guys, Pharaoh Fox says Mr. Sandman. Now, of course, we all know what the body types are, right? Right? Let's go down the list. So, Glass Joe has the same body type as Don Flamenco. Von Kaiser has the same body type as the Great Tiger. Piston Honda has the same body type as Mike Tyson. Then the next one, Don Flamenco, the Great Tiger, Bald Bull. Super Macho Man has the same body type as Soda Popinski. And Mr. Sandman has the same body type as Bald Bull. Yeah, that was, man, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, dude. Hashim Abdullah, who appears to be triple dipping here, says the men who are chubby chasers only chubby chase because they don't think they can do any better than the low-hanging fruit. That, or they've been conditioned to not go for what they really want. Listen, man, there's no such thing as a man who truly is sexually attracted to BBWs. They just don't exist. That doesn't mean they won't smash them, but a guy would rather smash something than nothing, right? Not me. Nope. Nope. I'd rather use my left hand than a BBW. AGG says Illimitable Man. What about him? I miss Illimitable Man. I do miss IM. Very, very early on in my podcasting career, I used to do podcasts with him all the time, and I have no idea where he is. I really don't, man. I really don't. I got to reach back out to him. King of Life says we already know what he looks like. All right, so a little bit later on today, what is it? 11:46, almost 12 o'clock. I was gonna go lift weights. So yesterday I did upper body. Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I do lower. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays I do lower body. The last time I squatted heavy. I deadlifted heavy. I didn't realize it at the time, but I badly hurt myself. I felt fine that whole day. The very next day, when I woke up on Wednesday, I was almost paralyzed. It's honestly taken me this long, like almost a week, to get past this back injury. I think I might just go ahead and do 45 minutes of cardio on the bike and just take and spare my back, and then maybe give it a go on Thursday, because I don't want to take any chances. So, that being said, a little bit later on today, I'll say at 2:30. So at 2:30, I will be breaking down 2 of Kevin Samuels' interviews from his show last night. I will be breaking those down. And so you'll want to stay tuned for that. That's at 2:30-ish. Then, of course, at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock is my my double feature breakdown. I break down the Sex Life, the Netflix show Sex Life, followed by the Temptation Island breakdown. And I'm gonna tell you what, both shows were cliffhangers. I can't wait to watch both shows. Because we found out that Sasha Snow was smashing Brad. I was like, what? So I got to see what happens after that. Then, Slick Rick, the smoothest dude on the island, just watched his girlfriend get bottomed out by KB. Don Julio TV says, yo, what happened to his subscribers? Don Julio, you're watching on my backup channel, my second channel, okay? Stay subscribed to that channel, Don Julio, because my first channel, just to review before we get off here, my first channel has been Danab Wodas. It has been Danab Wodas, spelled backwards. Again, for those of you just joining us, on the top, that's my backup channel. 4,227 subscribers. In the last 28 days, my backup channel has gotten 5,100 views total, 777 watch hours, right? And as a result, I have gained almost 400 subscribers in 28 days. My main channel, identical content, identical live content, okay? 285,000 views, 44,000 watch hours, lost nearly 300 subscribers. There is absolutely no other way to explain this other than Danab Wodas, spelled backwards. Again, add that to the fact that on my main YouTube channel, we do the keywords, the descriptions, the links, all that stuff. We try to optimize it as best we can. Still, minus 274 subscribers in the last 28 days. Since April 1st, I have lost nearly 600 subscribers, despite having a little over 1.5 million views. That is Danab Wodas, spelled backwards. Clearly. So if one channel, which I'm just streaming live to, no keywords, no optimization, no nothing, no descriptions, no nothing, if that gets almost 400 subscribers in the same time frame as my bigger channel, when it lost 300, yeah, Danab Wodas, Del Tort. So Don Julio, stay subscribed to that channel. For those of you just joining, subscribe to my backup channel. Because at some point I'm going to stop streaming to this main channel. There's no need in me putting content on this channel if I'm losing subscribers. Just doesn't make any sense. Justino the Great says, was only shown this channel. You want to know something? Justino, you might actually be onto something here, man. because guys might not be able to find my main channel. They might not be able to find it. So I'm gonna have to do a lookup. What do they call that? What is it called? I can't think of it. Anyway, incognito. Go to incognito mode and do a search there. But yeah, listen, listen, Justino, if you were only shown that channel, that's perfectly fine. Stay subscribed to that. Listen, you can subscribe to my bigger channel for sure, but you absolutely need to subscribe to my other channel. Just look it up, Donovan Sharp. I put it in the description. I also, on my community tab on my bigger channel, I put the link there. So please subscribe to my smaller YouTube channel. I'm literally going to have to build that up. I'm literally going to have to build it up. So this channel is, my main channel is essentially dead. 1.5 million views, lost 600 subscribers. The fix is in, clearly. I'm tired of pulling my head out about it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Subscribe! Quick reminder, another reminder. The second CME, CME 2, will be in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas, October 21st through the 24th here in 2021. The CME 2 is going down October 21st through the 24th in Dallas, Texas, this October 24th. The reason why I scheduled it on this weekend, it is 100% because the 21 convention is on the same weekend. And for those of you joining us late, all you Anthony Johnson or 21 convention fans out there, let Mr. Johnson know that whenever he schedules an event, 100% of the time I'm going to schedule an event at exactly the same time as him. Same dates, same everything. I wasn't even thinking about doing a second CME until next spring. When I found out that Anthony was still doing a 21 convention, I said, okay, yep, let's do it. Let's do it. So it's time to ramp up the competition a little bit. Pardon me. Stay tuned for a hit piece from Mr. Johnson about how I'm married to my cousin. Jesus Christ. Dude, honestly, there's no telling what's going to come out of that kid's mouth. But yeah, this is the retribution. This is the retribution for what he has done to me, all the stress that he has put me under. Yeah, he's never going to be rid of me. Something tells me I'm never going to be rid of him. But I have a lot more money than he does. And I think he's underestimating that. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in a few hours. Take care.